Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. If you aren't moving forward in your life, there is some idea, mode of action, or habit you're so in love with you won't let go of it. The better ambitions have to do with the development of character and ability rather than status and power. Status, you can lose. You carry character with you wherever you go, and it allows you to prevail against adversity. You're not everything you could be, and you know it. Self-love is the only antidote to the chaos of existence, and if you don't love and care for yourself and your own needs, you will cause unnecessary suffering, both for yourself and others. Perhaps you are overvaluing what you don't have and undervaluing what you do. You must determine where you are going in your life, because you cannot get there unless you move in that direction. Random wandering will not move you forward. It will instead disappoint and frustrate you and make you anxious and unhappy and hard to get along with, and then resentful, and then vengeful, and then worse. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. You should be better than you are, but it's not because you're worse than other people. It's because you're not everything you should be. To learn is to die voluntarily and be born again in great ways and small. Don't be a slave to stupid rules. When you are visited by chaos and swallowed up, when nature curses you or someone you love with illness, or when tyranny rends asunder something of value that you have built, it is salutary to know the rest of the story. All of that misfortune is only the bitter half of the tale of existence, without taking note of the heroic element of redemption or the nobility of the human spirit, requiring a certain responsibility to shoulder. We ignore that addition to the story at our peril because life is so difficult that losing sight of the heroic part of existence could cost us everything. Don't underestimate the power of vision and direction. These are irresistible forces, able to transform what might appear to be unconquerable obstacles into traversable pathways and expanding opportunities. Strengthen the individual. Start with yourself. Take care with yourself. Define who you are. Refine your personality. Choose your destination and articulate your being. As the great 19th century German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche so brilliantly noted, he whose life has a why can bear almost any how. Face the demands of life voluntarily. Respond to a challenge instead of bracing for catastrophe. You can do an awful lot by writing down what happened to you and thinking it through. If you don't stand your ground, then all that happens is people push you backwards, and they will push you and push you and push you until you fall off a cliff. If you fulfill your obligations every day, you don't need to worry about the future. Truth, virtue, and courage are not necessarily enough, but they are our best bet. So listen to yourself and to those with whom you are speaking. Your wisdom then consists not of the knowledge you already have, but the continual search for knowledge, which is the highest form of wisdom. You need to consider the future and think, what might my life look like if I were caring for myself properly? To stand up straight with your shoulders back is to accept the terrible responsibility of life with eyes wide open. It means deciding to voluntarily transform the chaos of potential into the realities of habitable order. It means adopting the burden of self-conscious vulnerability and accepting the end of the unconscious paradise of childhood, where finitude and mortality are only dimly comprehended. It means willingly undertaking the sacrifices necessary to generate a productive and meaningful reality. It means acting to please God, in the ancient language. The successful among us delay gratification and bargain with the future. You cannot be protected from the things that frighten you and hurt you, but if you identify with the part of your being that is responsible for transformation, then you are always the equal, or more than the equal, of the things that frighten you. It took untold generations to get you where you are. A little gratitude might be in order. If you're going to insist on bending the world to your way, you better have your reasons. Can you imagine yourself in 10 years if instead of avoiding the things you know you should do, you actually did them every single day? That's powerful. The light that you discover in your life is proportionate to the amount of the darkness you are willing to forthrightly confront. The way that you make people resilient is by voluntarily exposing them to things that they are afraid of and that makes them uncomfortable. Always remember, if you can be anything in life, be a Stoic. Support with a like and subscribe for more Stoic empowerment.